What is going on, guys? It's your friend, Call Me Robin here. I'm here with one of the top 5 of my favorite YouTubers recently, the man, the myth, the legend, TCG Cardcast.
Oh, damn, I made top 5.
Yeah. Bro, your content's been on point lately, all I'm saying. You've actually impressed me a lot with the content, and me, I've just, well, especially with splitting the channel and everything, you've been kind of like one of the main influences of that. But like without really saying to do it, it's like me personally, I'm like watching your content and I'm enjoying it and everything.
Woo.
Yeah.
Well, that's the goal. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Mm-hmm. Try and make content that people are going to enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, what's like yours is more like focused towards the not really the competitive all the time, but more towards the casual, which I personally love because I'm not like always competitive. As you could tell, we played an Invoke tournament, and for 2 weeks in a row, I played meme decks.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I haven't put down Power Bond in 2 years, so I don't know if my deck is qualified as a meme now, but
yeah. I mean, like, something else that I noticed, like, a lot of people put down Power Bomb whenever all the new Cyber Dragon support came out. I personally never did. Power Bomb's just too good of a card to put down.
Exactly.
They were like, oh, just run it at 1. No, because then there's no point. There's no way to search it, no way to get access to it. So why even run 1? It's either 3 or none, personally, how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Max C. People are like, oh, it either needs to be a 3 or not at all.
Right, yeah.
Which, Max C, again, I'd say still can come back. Me and my friend Tony have had a huge argument about that. He's like, no, bro, he can't come back. It's going to be such an annoying format. I said, and that's the point. Because you get a card like Max C, it's going to make it where either people are going to take the Max C challenge and try and push for game through it and set up enough negates, or they're going to have to slow down their turn, maybe let their opponent draw 2 or 3 cards in this format.
Yeah, and that's the big... that's the big separation between the camps for Max C. There's the side that wants it back because it will stop the combo decks from going off, but then there's the other side that's like, but what if you're not the combo deck and your opponent gets to just +3 off your turn? It's kind of similar in my opinion to like the Mystic Mine issue, where like sure Mystic Mine stops the combo decks, but it also stops every other deck who's also trying to stop the combo decks. So I'm personally on the fence about which side of the Max C war I want to be on. I used to be on the bring it back just for the meme, but now I'm just kind of in a neutral low ground.
Yeah. I mean, like something that I've personally been doing recently. I know this is like a different topic and all, but like decks that need support. Kind of like Pain with his Volcanics. He got somewhat of volcanic support with the Blaze Accelerator, even though it's not really volcanic support, but we still say it's volcanic support because it literally has Blaze Accelerator in the name. But like me personally, I've started my own campaign, kind of like how Pain did. I'm getting a Morphage support. They have not received a single wave of support since release, and they just dropped that, and they're like, all right, have fun. I mean, Master Rule 4 really did kind of fuck that deck bad. And they never received a Link Monster or anything, so you'd figure like, hey, we haven't really done anything for them. Why don't we just toss them, a little bit of support? It wouldn't hurt anybody,
Right.
That's why I'm just like, maybe if they actually get in there and give us a deck that give us like some support for the deck. Like, what's one deck you think needs a lot more support?
Ooh, personally, I would honestly speak. Okay, so real talk. I feel like every GX deck has gotten a lot of love. If you don't know me, you'd know that I am a huge advocate for GX. I think that while Cyber Angels have gotten enough support, I feel like the Cyber Dancers could use some more support personally. Them or like the Armed Dragons, I feel like they're very neglected.
I mean, also Cyberdark. Cyberdark just needs like a little bit of a push to get them up there again.
Oh shoot, baby, you right? Yeah, let's do Cyberdarks.
Yeah, I mean, like you played Cyberdarks. I played against you while you were playing Cyberdarks, and it's like they have enough to like get a good flow going, but they need the certain cards in hand, kind of like a Morphage. We need the certain monsters to be able to play, and we need cards that allow us the ability to search that.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the primary issue of Cyberdarks. They have no extenders. They have a play they can make.
Versus decks nowadays can make like go 10 different routes depending on what hand it is type shit. Yeah. I mean, next question I have is what got you into Yu-Gi-Tubing and where did the username TCG Cardcast come from?
Ooh, okay. So I guess I'll just start with the first question. There was one channel specifically that got me into YouTube. Well, okay. So, okay. So, like, what got me into YouTubing was my desire to build decks from the show. Um, and I got into that through watching a YouTuber who has long since stopped uploading content. I think it's been a year and a half, maybe 2 years. A guy named 414 Yugioh. He used to do like character deck duels and character deck tournaments. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. It helped me build those decks I wanted to build in the show. And I would take them to my high school, and I'd play with my Yu-Gi-Oh friends, and they'd be like, man, these are really cool. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. And then when I started putting my own spins on them, making them a little more accurate than what he had, I was like, man, it'd be nice for the community to have these like super accurate decks. This was long before I started making like anime cards to put in those physical decks. But I was like, it'd be kind of cool if we did like a podcast that kind of mixed the anime aspect of the community and the competitive side of the community. We tried to like merge them together. We didn't do it very well, but we were trying to figure out what we could call it. And so we were like, well, it's a podcast about trading cards. What do we call it? And my friend goes, something with TCG, and I go, yeah, like a TCG podcast, yeah. And then I was like, that's it.
That exact moment, it just clicked instantly. You're like, I have the perfect name, guys.
Exactly. And so that I kind of merged those two explanations together. But yeah, it was Gareth William 414 or 414 YGO inspired me to start doing character deck videos, and we got the name from just very basic a trading card game podcast.
I mean, like, a few people have asked me where I got my name, Call Me Robin, from. I got it from the fact that my brother, whenever he first started doing Facebook streaming, he was going by TX Called Me Batman. And we've always been the Batman-Robin duo, kind of make the inside joke. And I kept going with it, and he switched his username a little bit. I used to go by another name called AJ Games, because that's my first two initials, A and J, and then Games. And then once I got my friend Tony into the channel, which everybody on my channel knows Tony. Tony's helped me so much with content, with thumbnails. Even the thumbnail that they're going to see with this video, he did that. He's doing so much work for the channel right now. But whenever I brought him in, I was like, man, I'm thinking about switching the channel name, because what it is right now is just, it's not just going to be just me anymore. It's me and you. We're best friends. We got to work with this together.
Right.
Yeah, and then that's why I picked up, I was like, well, my brother's doing TX Call Me Batman. I'll just go Call Me Robin. And that just kind of gives a wide variety, because that's just me calling the name, calling the channel, Call Me Robin, not just me.
Right.
So I know my favorite part of YouTubing, which is the fact that the community that comes together, even though sometimes we all hate each other, is the fact that we will somehow make a deck work as much as we dislike it, just to see it strive, because we want to see some older decks strive. What is your favorite part of YouTubing?
My favorite part of YouTubing, honestly, it's got to be just I do think it has to be the cooperation level that everybody has. Like, I don't think there's a single YouTuber I know of who hasn't like been able to get in contact with another YouTuber and start merging ideas. Like me and Invoked 101 have been doing it for almost 3 weeks now. We just keep throwing back and forth ideas, and we just keep using each other's ideas. And it's just kind of like the dynamic we have. And then there's people like Ruggles. He's constantly doing things with other people. And then there's like Simo who did that whole thing where like here's a challenge, build your deck with it. I think the collaboration side of the YouTube community is probably my hands down favorite, just because we're such a welcoming community.
Yeah. I mean, something else I thought about, like, man, Ruggles, he came out of nowhere and just instantly blew up, man. Like,
yeah.
But that's the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Like, we saw, man, someone's making Yu-Gi-Oh content by coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh 10 years later. Hell yeah. Like, I cannot do anything except bring a smile to your face whenever you see something like that. Like, hey, someone's coming back to the game after 10 years of being gone. Like, 10 years ago, where was this game at? Synchro format?
Yeah.
Like, we were just, like, summoning Stardust past. Now it's like, how Firebrax Auroradon effect, summon 2 Heralds, then link into a IP Masquerena. It's like, bruh, this game's come so far in the matter of 10 years that you don't realize it until you actually look at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, like, it's just this game's just. This is why I love this game. This game just you can do so much with this game that people don't even understand. You want to play a rogue deck? You can literally play a rogue deck like Yugioh brought up in one of his recent videos. Sam Cox, Fluffles. Sam Cox ran Fluffles and literally just instantly got out there. And he's somehow making top cuts even though he was going against meta during Necros format. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This game, you can just do whatever you want essentially and just have fun.
Yeah, Sam Cox is one of those guys who's like, he's just constantly innovating, and it's like the only thing I ever hear about him is that he's constantly innovating.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the man's a genius on how he builds his decks. Like, I've watched a few profiles and I'm just like, this man he'll find the spiciest tech out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know if it was him or if it was someone else that originally ran Grid Module. I think it might have been him. Because I think it was the fact that he realized, hey, nobody's playing Battle Traps. Why don't we just play Grid Module?
Right.
Like, that's why I love playing Grid Module now. Because, like, the fact that is the truth. Nobody plays Battle Traps in 2020 unless you're playing casually.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm saying, as a personal Grid Module player, it feels so good whenever you activate Pot of Desires, get it off, draw Grid Module, and summon it. 4,000 beater just off a normal summon. That makes your opponent sit there and go, well, alright, game 2.
Yeah. It is Grid Module used to be one of my favorite decks. I never personally played it, but I always wanted to just to try it out.
I mean, the deck, like, even the deck now with the Danger Grid Module, still a very efficient deck. You can, unless you're playing on EDO Pro where it's saying, oh no, it's the same card name, so it does activate its effect, and you're just like, shut the fuck up. Especially 3 Bigfoot in hand, and you're just like, please, just let me activate it.
Yeah.
So what is your thoughts on the current meta going on right now with that Adamantipator and Eldritch running wild, pretty much?
Not a fan. Not a big fan, no. I could care less for Eldritch. I haven't had to deal with it as much as I've had to deal with Adamantipator and Jet Synchron. Mm-hmm. Personally, the Jet Synchron, that's my biggest issue with the format right now. Mm-hmm. I could care less about some rock deck, especially if I'm playing a card like Summon Limit or whatever, or even there can only be one. And I'm not a fan of the fact that Adamantipator is forcing me to play those floodgates just to stop them, but it is what it is. I'm just hoping Konami addresses the major issue on the ban list, which is Block Dragon.
Block Dragon needs to get out of this format, man. I'm telling you.
It
Banish
really does.
3 plus 6. Like, come the fuck on.
Exactly.
What deck needs to plus 6 off a card that's not even in your archetype?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one thing that annoys me. Like, something else that people have been bringing up about the ban list, because I know it was brought up about people looking at my ban list predictions. Why did I not try and hit Union Hanger or Buster Dragon? 1, Union Carrier's too new. They just came out in Dual Overload. And 2, Buster's about to get a reprint. They're not going to ban either one of those.
Yeah.
And that's something that people brought up. They're like, well, but it needs to get banned. I said, it's not going to. 1, the fact that it's kind of inconsistent, because unless you have the extra 2 monsters at the end of your turn, chances are you're not going to go into it unless you absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm.
2, like I said, Union Carrier's too new, just came out, Dual Overload, and then Buster getting reprinted. Why would they ban stuff that just came out or just got reprinted?
Right.
And that's why people are like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, it's just that simple. Just like Halqifibrax. Halqifibrax, even though I'm saying it's going to get limited, they're not going to hit it, even though I wish they would. Because it just came out in Dual Overload. Same with the Rorodon. That's why Jet Synchron's probably going to take a fall this next list because of it.
Yeah.
So, what's one main thing on this next list that you just want to see for sure on the band?
It's got to be either Block Dragon or Jet Synchron. It really does.
I don't blame you. Jet Synchron's pretty much a one-card Halqifibrax because you just Link Karibo, special summon back Jet Synchron by dipping 1. Most X plus off that dip 1 anyway. So, about how long does it take for you to film and edit videos?
Okay, so normally it takes me I can literally record videos. Well, I used to. I used to record videos like 10 minutes before they'd go up because I'm lazy.
Same
Uh,
here.
Luckily for me, it only requires me to plug my phone into a charger and then put it on my tripod or my camera arm, and then just push the button and then just do a video for 6 minutes, edit down all the nonsense of me moving the cards out of the screen to do that really neat fade effect I used to do, and then I would just upload it, and it would be like a 3-minute video. Now that I do the green screen and face cam, it takes about an hour or two. It's definitely more rewarding. There's still some things I'm still trying to figure out, which will probably make it take longer, which is adding background music and all that stuff. And DaVinci is a little laggy when it comes to viewing the preview before you even decide to render it. But I've definitely been enjoying editing my videos. So it usually takes about 2 to 3 hours now.
Like me, even now, because I've been making music and everything, and like I didn't realize how much editing you have to do now just for the video to look quality. Like even now, like I'm still learning editing as I'm going, because I'd never edited before, never used editing software, and now I'm learning as I'm going, and it's like, damn.
Yeah.
But one of the main things on it that's just like is like with me making rap music, the audio blending you have to do takes so much time because you have to listen to the same part over and over and over just to blend the music into it. And like a lot of people don't realize that. Like, and I didn't even know this till recently. There's a few YouTubers that I talked to. They say they go through all their videos and do that themselves, which is they actually go in and blend their audio so it doesn't sound as rough.
Right.
And I'm like, you serious? Like, yeah. They're like, I literally just spend the whole time just doing that, and I'm like, God, I don't have that much time. Like me now, if I had to, like, I wish my voice wasn't sounding so bad. I think it's just the fact that I've been doing a lot of talking over the last few days, talking with a few people about their stuff. But yeah, all right, the next question is going to be your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh memory.
Okay, yeah, I think I got it. So, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh memory is probably my first time going to locals. It was my first time. I was going with a deck that was literally made up of everything I had gotten out of a tin. So you can imagine how that went.
Yeah.
And so I go up against my first opponent. And it's this kid. He's not like crazy young. Like he was about old enough for me to like be like, all right, this guy should know what he's doing. And I sit down and he starts doing his combos, and he's playing ABCs, and I'm like, okay, is whatever. And he goes in, he makes his ABC monster, and then he splits it up, and I go, that's a little weird. Out of all the cards I know what they do in the game, that's one of them. Why would he split it up? And then he went ahead and he sacrificed all 3 for the Winged Dragon of Ra, and I was like, huh?
I can just see your face now.
I'm like, okay. And he goes, all right, so Ra gains all their attack points, and I go, that's not how that works. And he goes, yeah, it is. And I go, no, that's the playable version you have there. That's not how that works. And he goes, no, it says so on the card. And I go, you know what? I'm not going to get into an argument during my first locals. All right, sure, go ahead. And so he proceeded to wipe the floor with me by cheating. And then after the match was over, I went over to a judge and I was like, hey man, this guy's playing Ra wrong. And I didn't want to get into an argument. It was my first time here. I didn't want to like yell at anybody or whatever, but this guy's playing the Winged Dragon of Ra wrong. And he walked over to the kid, and he got into an argument with the kid. And then this kid straight up stood up, looked around at everybody else, and he goes, "You're all wrong." And then he walked out of the store.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
You just straight went, "You're all wrong," and just left it at that. Nothing else.
Yep, I was like, all right, you do you.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, like, I think we all had that moment whenever we first started that. Like, we just don't want to start an argument. We're at locals. We want to have fun. But, like, now I'm like, if you're going to try to cheat me, now I'm going to straight up call you out on it.
Right.
And if you're gonna try and argue, judge.
Yeah.
Like nowadays it's so much more annoying. Like one of my funniest things that I remember was whenever the new time rules got implemented. I fucking hated them. I hated them to death. Because
Mm-hmm.
the first locals I went to after a new rule change, someone straight up, all right, time on round, end of phase, main phase one, two level fours, Gaga Cowboy, detach one for game.
That's gross.
And I was like fuming after that. Like I straight up I was X1 already because that was like first round. I straight up dropped right there and just left. I said, "Nah, I'm good. I do not want to do this." Went home and just like I'm not gonna lie, I think I actually cried myself to sleep that night because I was that mad. Like I was so pissed about it. All right, the next deck. Oh god, that voice crack. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. All right, so I'm taking a guess at this, but your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh deck, based off your profile pic, is it Dark Magicians?
It used to be. It really did used to be. That was my first deck I actually tried building. And that's why at the time when we had made the channel, because it used to not just be me, it used to be me and four other guys. Um, and at the time, a lot of us really liked like the Dark Magician stuff that I was playing, and they were like, "We should just do Palladium Oracle behind. Why not?" I was like, "All right, we'll do that."
Mm-hmm.
And then over time, I just kind of stuck with it. I've been wanting to change it recently to something else, like nothing too drastic, like the same gimmick with like the purple space with the Dark Magic Circle. I just wanted to change the monster recently to Dark Magician,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think that the Palladium Oracle kind of it has its charm, and it's kind of what's been stopping me from changing it. So,
I mean,
but yeah,
it never hurts to get a fresh look on the channel. Like me, before I had a profile pic on there of one that a friend did for me that I paid him $10 to do. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good one. I'm not gonna lie, it was decent. But like recently, so I'm like, well, as I'm updating the channel, that was the AJ Games logo. I need to make the Call Me Robin logo. So I had Tony get to work, and now that's where we're at now with the R with the blue background, the purple and the red and orange. I love it. I love the new background, the new profile pic, anyways.
Mm.
Yeah, and then obviously my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It's because it's a joke between me and my friend. It's Domain Monarchs because my joke between my friends is I'm the Monarch of Monarchs because I played that deck for like 2 years straight. People hated me. Like I literally had people that were like playing Infernoid or playing extra summon heavy deck because they knew I played Vanity's Fiend. And as soon as they got matched up with me, they're like, "I will just take the X1. You're good." I was like, "Really?" They're like, "Yeah, I'm not even gonna do this." I'm like, "What? You don't want to have a 40-minute round again? No, fuck you."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my next question: what are your thoughts on hand traps like evenly matched and infinite impermanence?
Well, as somebody who just spent $60 on my 3 impermanents, I'm gonna say, well, personally, I like impermanence. I really do like it. I don't like it getting dropped on me, but I like it. I like using it on other people.
I don't know.
I guess that's the that's just how all hand traps work. But no, I love a lot of hand traps. I do think evenly matched is a very overrated card. I tried it, and I never understood when you're like I know when you're supposed to use it, but I like. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm just not a huge fan of it
me
at
neither.
all.
Like I feel like you're plussing off the fact that your opponent's making plays, and it just feels so dirty. It's kind of like Maxi, but Maxi's different. Maxi,
Mm-hmm.
you tell your opponent either you can make plays and let me plus, or you can just do your minimal and then let me have a turn. Evenly, it's just like, all right, end of battle phase. Okay, well, just fuck your whole board. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, I personally I like imperm because imperm, your opponent can forget like which column you activated it, and they'll try and activate a spell, and you just go, nope, it's negated now. And they're like, what do you mean? I said I activated imperm that column.
Right.
And they're like, no. Like like Tony, me and him were playing the other night on stream, and he's sitting there. I activated imperm on one of his launches beginning a turn for the middle column, and he sits there, goes through full combo, goes to activate Madolce Chateau, I think, and it activates it in that column, and it's negated. He's like, why is it negated? I said imperm. He's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks, man. He's like, shut the fuck up, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why, like, personally, I love Imperm. Imperm's a great card, but evenly, I feel like it's overrated. It's I understand that it's a good card to run, especially if you're playing competitively. But like, if you're playing for fun, like I do most of the time, which is like Rogue or trying to run some other deck with a new combo. I'm not gonna play evenly. I would rather run like the Nibiru's and Ashes over the evenly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've recently stopped playing Ash. I've kind of leaned further towards playing. Oh god, what's its name? Droll Mockbird. But only because in Cyber Dragons there's this really dirty combo where you summon Durandal, and then on your opponent's turn they search a card, you drop Droll, and then their next activation you activate Durandal. You drop their hand, and thanks to Droll they can't draw a new card, so you empty them of their hand.
oh yeah, that's dirty. That is dirty.
It is dirty.
It's happened to me one time, I think, in the past.
I very, very specifically only use it on very specific decks, and it's the two decks that I hate the most. I use that combo on Geist players, and I use that combo on Guru players.
All right, I might trigger your PTSD here. Personal spoofing, activate. Those of y'all who don't understand, that's an Invoked 101 tournament joke. We sat there.
Yeah,
we have
man,
like
I'm
three
salty.
guys.
I'm gonna be salty for a while.
So, and I'm guessing this last week, like, I'm glad a different result finally happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm glad a different result finally happened. I'm just not happy with how that result was accomplished.
I mean, I wasn't there. What happened?
So I'm not gonna say names because I don't want it to be obvious who I'm calling out, even though it's gonna be very obvious who I'm calling out. Jet Synchron combo. Rocket combo, and the Buster Lock all in one deck. Wasn't happy. Not happy about it at all. That I almost went second, and then I got hit with that. However, I did get to pull off my classic combo of power bonding Cyber End for game, so I'm okay with it.
I mean, like, personally though, like me, I only run the Jet Synchron combo, but I don't only run Jet Synchron. I run the Despots to make up for it. I know Jet Synchron's about to get hit. I know he's about to get like straight banned, no one card combos. And that's why, like, even people question me about O-Lion. I said it because O-Lion is just enabling the fucking shit. O-Lion's been out for fucking a while. So, but yeah, that's why, like, hopefully this week I'll be in tournament. I'm playing a deck that I really didn't expect I was going to be playing and enjoying, but I played it last night on stream, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually kind of fun. And it could make crazy boards. Like, literally, I went through my whole deck in one turn.
Right.
And, like, literally, I had no cards to draw for the next turn. That's the only reason why I lost. But, like, I dropped Appaloosa and I think 2 other negates on board. And also I had the deck's boss monster out on board for turn. Like, if I had 1 card left in the deck, I would have won the next turn no matter what.
Right.
It's like, literally, Tony just sat there. He said, oh, well, pass. I'm like, fuck you. Alright, so my next question, because it is banned this season. What card hurt you the most when it got banned?
That's a good question. What? So okay. So let me just make sure I'm like understanding the question properly. So it's what card in the past has gotten banned that has affected me?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I would probably say I'd have to think on that one actually. Probably Summon Sork. Oh my, that was a voice crack. So there we go. Now we both done one. Probably Summon Sork.
I mean, I was playing ABCs before Summon Sork got banned. I was dropping double Saryuja in one turn. I was like, and then once Summon Sork got banned, I said, I'm putting this deck away.
Yeah. It hurt when Summon Sork got banned, but only because back then I was testing this a really funny combo. I called it the Mustang Lock. And I named it that. I didn't come up with this combo at all. I'm not big brained enough to come up with this, but it was a combo where it was really hard to pull off. You'd have to so what you have to do is you have to summon the Red Eyes Link monster, or not the Red Eyes Link, the Red Eyes Xyz monster, the Flare Metal. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Flare Metal, where it burns for 500 each time your
Yeah,
opponent
exactly.
activates.
And what
Yeah.
you do is you use Summon Sork, and then you summon a fairy, and then on using Summon Sork's effect, you summon Jellin Duo to your opponent's side of the field. And what happens is Summon Sork negates the effects of a monster that it summons. And so what you do is you swing into an opponent's monster and do damage. The effect of Jellin Duo activates, which is when you take any kind of damage, destroy this card. The effect activates, but then gets negated. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon responds to activation.
Oh, no.
So what happens is Darkness Metal burns for 500. Well, you just took another set of damage, so Jellin Duo tries to blow itself up. It can't. But Flare Metal Dragon saw that shit. It tries to burn for another 500. Well, you just took another 500 damage, so Jellin Duo tries to blow itself up, and then the combo continues. And the reason I call it the Mustang Combo is because in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, there's a guy called Roy Mustang who snaps his fingers, and he can cause he can set things on fire. And so there's a point in the show where he's snapping his fingers all over. He's burning this person to death like crazy strong. And that's why I call it the Mustang Combo, because it's relentless and you can't stop, and you will burn them to death.
I mean, I like the name of it. And like I said, I understand the Summon Sork because I played ABC right before it got banned, and I'm like, I love this deck. Saw the ban list, and I just I want to go cry now. It's like every time I start to enjoy a deck, like personally, this is where it's going to lead it to the card that hurt me whenever I was banned, because I've explained it multiple times. Astrograph Sorcerer. I just got my 3 copies of Astrograph the week before it got banned. Started getting comfortable, and then Banlist comes out, and I just straight up just froze. First card on this Astrograph, and I'm just like, yeah, the exact quote in Yugioh no song. I just saw the list today. That just instantly where my mind went. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do now.
Well, it's been fun, guys, but
yeah. I mean, straight, I got him, and I was just like, yeah, all right, I like this, because I was summoning Zark, 2 Zarks turn 1, dropping boards. Okay, I played Zark Magician, not regular Pendulum Magician, because fuck regular Pendulum Magician at that time. I didn't play meta. I wanted to play Zark, because Zark was a motherfucker for going second. And then, that's why I played it like that, and then I was like, oh, sweet, I got my Astrograph, and then I proxied Electromite, because I couldn't afford Electromite.
Yeah, who could, right?
Yeah, back whenever it first came out, it was $70 fucking. I did not just have that lying around. I still have that Electromite that I got from the 2018 tin, I think, in my binder, just in case it comes off list.
Right.
And if it ever comes off list, I'm literally just gonna cry that day in tears of joy. My boy, you've come home. But nah, it's just, that's what hurt me the most. The day Astrograph got banned, because of a combo that it wasn't even enabling. It was the people. It was the people who enabled that shit.
Right.
It was the people who were. That's the only Pendulum card that they were running was Astrograph, and I was like, there was people at my locals who were playing it, and I cussed them out.
Oof.
I said, if you're gonna play a Pendulum deck. Do not play one Pendulum just for the FTK.
Right.
Personally, I understand FTKs take skill, but do not fuck up a deck that a lot of people are enjoying playing just because you want to get wins.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of it was my argument too for when oh god what I'm trying to remember what exactly the card was. I think it was ASL Core. Yeah, when Firewall just simply existing was causing the ABCs to require punishment. I was like, come on, man. I'm like, it's just unfair that Konami makes this broken card, and in return, we have to deal with not having this card that we need for our deck.
Exactly. I understand. You want to play FTK. If you're going to play FTK, play FTK. But, don't make it where it's so overly hyped like a lot of Yu-Gi tubers do that it gets cards for certain decks banned.
Yeah, don't drag me and my deck into it, please.
Yeah, exactly. Like Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It wasn't Starving Venom Fusion Dragon's fault or effect. It was Nightingale, but they're like, no, we gotta make Lyrla still playable. Fuck you. you're making my deck unplayable because you want to sit there and play a degenerate strategy that causes an FTK.
Exactly.
And that's like I'm glad non makes you roll no FTKs because I know there's an FTK out there right now with pole position and shit. And even in Farfa's traditional tournament, he has a rule stating if pole position reaches the infinite combo, the card that's causing the combo will automatically be destroyed.
Right.
So either it'll be Purgatrio or a 6 Samurai monster that will be destroyed. Because he said, I'm not going to sit here and watch a thing that's just going to go for hours.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. Just imagine sitting there and just watching, oh, pole position. Oh, I can't attack for game. Oh, that sucks. Like, bro, like that's why like even playing the traditional tournament, I'm about to be playing Lightsworn with like a lot of banned cards. And the 60 card, I'm obviously running Grass at 1 because Grass is like amazing for Lightsworn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? So about what time frame did you start doing Yu-Gi-Tubing, and then when did you start gaining your little bit of following?
Okay, so I started Yu-Gi-Tubing around 2016, 2017. Let's see, hang on. I was in high school. It was senior year. So that would be 17, 18. So yeah, 20, yeah, somewhere around 2017. Because it was 3 years ago. And then about the time I started getting my following was around college. I started getting a real following because like I had posted a deck for my Egyptian God card. I had posted a video for my Egyptian God card deck, and that video got 6,000 and something views in its first 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the people who had subscribed had flocked from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently, when I started increasing my videos, I started gaining like a couple subs a week. So it's nice.
I mean, that's kind of like where I'm at now. Is like I'm slowly gaining subs again because the minute I announced that I was splitting the channel, and I released a banlist prediction. Like in the last month alone, I think I gained like 10 subs versus the previous 4 months where I was releasing content like almost daily, and I was getting like maybe a sub a week, if that. But like I explained in my thing is I had to split the channels for the fact that there's people that are just there for the Yu-Gi-Oh content. And I don't want to have to make them think, oh, he just uploaded sweet. No, that's not Yu-Gi-Oh content. That's gaming.
Right.
And that's why, like, me, I was like, I'm at an early phase. I don't want to keep posting gaming just for later on down the line, have a lot of gaming videos and delete it and then lose all that following.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like, honestly, like, one of the inner battles I had with myself was, like, the fact that, do I just want to sit here and build an audience off of gaming and Yu-Gi-Oh, or just Yu-Gi-Oh? And that's saying that really threw a lot of people off, is they're like, well, I'm here just for the gaming side. And I had people message me, well, I'm here just for the Yu-Gi-Oh side. Where's the Yu-Gi-Oh content? And I was like, oh, this is kind of the gray area.
Yeah.
That's where the idea started to sprout from. And that's when that's why I even talked to Tony about it. I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm probably just going to straight shoot. I think I'm just going to split the channel. And at first I was saying I was going to do 1,000 subs. But who knows how far down the line that's going to be. Because I'm not gaining the following. Mind you, I've had my channel since 2013. Because I was 13 years old, made my email, which is still my favorite email to date, Smiley Face Dude 2000. It was so funny at the time because I was like, oh, I was born in 2000 and 2000 like a machine. And then now I'm like, bruh, it's so cringe.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I love it enough that it's cringe enough that I love it. And then now, like, I look back at my old Yu-Gi-Oh content and I'm like, God, that shit was cringe. Like, the one skit that me and Tony released, and I was like, I looked back at it yesterday and I'm like, I was so stupid back then. I could have played so many better cards. I could have made that skit a lot better if I would have done this. But that's the thing about doing YouTube. You live and you learn. You post, you see what you could have done better later on down the line. And you're like, well, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I'm going to post this and make it a lot better.
Right.
And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Like I've had a few people talk to me like, "Are you even worried about being monetized with you cussing and everything?" I said no, because I'm not worried about making money off this. I do this
Mm-hmm.
as a hobby.
Yeah, that's I said that to in Book 101 the other day. He didn't say it to me, but he said it to somebody else, and I was like, yeah, but I don't really care. Like I like sure sure it would be nice to get monetized, but I'm not really in it for that. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean that's why I do Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why I do YouTube. I'm doing this because it's a hobby I do anyway. So why not just make some content for people to enjoy off of it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where people are like, but you could be making money. I said, so what? Money. I understand making money is making money, but a good old saying that I've learned from a lot of people: just because you have money does not mean you're happy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because literally, that's why like I've even talked to Benton K a little bit about it. I've talked to Yukio a little bit about it. It's just it's not always about the money. It's about what you're gonna enjoy, like posting content that you enjoy. Like me, I've done 3 YouTube channels now. The first 2 I was doing groups, and they're like, "Oh, let's not cuss. Let's try and make money off this." This third
Mm-hmm.
time, I literally just sat down and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be myself."
Yeah. Exactly. You
And
don't want to.
I'm gonna cuss every other word because that's just the type of person I am.
Exactly. Okay. Good. Now I know I can curse.
Yeah. Fuck, shit, pussy, ass, cunt. Say it all. Let it all out. Just don't say the N
Motherfucker.
word. Don't say the N word, and we'll be good.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you have your bleeper near you, or you can go boop.
No, I'm on phone. I can't do my
I know.
bleeper. That'd be funny though.
Yeah. And then my next question: what other hobbies do you have?
Uh, so a hobby I'm just now starting, which is funny because I'm actually multitasking right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the podcast on my phone, on
Mm-hmm.
my computer. I'm working on modding some games, but I have I was running, I still am running a Minecraft server. It's like an MMORPG. That's pretty fun. That's been a hobby I've been hanging out with for a while. Another hobby I've been doing is holy shit, my life is not that busy. Um,
I mean, quarantine really doesn't help at all. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
just gaming, pretty much. Just just PC gaming. I feel bad because I've been neglecting like my consoles, but
Same
just
here. I've like picked up more PC games because I got a better graphics card and everything, and like my PS4 just sitting here. I play it every now and then because I'm doing a knife only challenge on Black Ops 4,
hmm.
and then I play Modern Warfare because that's where I have Modern Warfare on. But like Siege, I play on PC now mostly because PC is a lot easier for me. I'm used to the hand motions a lot more, and keyboard offers a lot more freedom.
Right.
Uh,
Well, personally, I when I installed because the game I'm modding right now is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 because
mhm.
I have had that game on console for the longest time and watching all those like videos online of people playing with mods that are like really cool what if stories. I'm like, that's so badass. So I was like, you know what? I'm biting the bullet. I'm paying $50. I'm getting this game on PC. I'm going to install all these mods. And I tried playing it with a keyboard, and I was like, holy moly, that is impossible.
That's what I
So
thought
I
too whenever I first picked up Siege on keyboard. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. But once you start like learning it, you look at your keybinds and everything. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, and that's what I imagined it would be. But it's just because I don't want to have to go from like if I ever decide to go back to console, like God,
Mm-hmm.
why would I? Um,
120
uh,
FPS versus 60. That's the question.
exactly right. I don't want to have to like be like, oh God, I don't remember the controller, so I'm just gonna keep using the controller, so my muscle memory remains the same.
I mean, I'll never be able to forget controller. I've been bullied on PlayStation for years now. Call
Yeah.
of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobbies where I had to look up what they just called me type stuff. Did that man just call me a hoot nanny? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just. I mean, something that I've thought about recently on Yu-Gi-Oh side is, what if there's just one day that they just stop printing cards?
Yeah, that's a couple of people have like said that to me, and I'm like, sure. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a thing you could be worried about, but I've always felt like if Konami was ever going to just stop printing cards, they would 100% tell us like like maybe a year or two in
Mm-hmm.
advance. Like this game, it's one of those games that I don't think is going to stop anytime soon. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like there's that milestone where it's like when do they run out of ideas?
Exactly. Like, I understand there's people in this game that just love it for the artwork, but like even now they're starting to reuse artwork.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, like
traditional
they're
fusion
retraining
stuff
those
like
cards and
that.
stuff.
It's like they can only go so far in this game because there's only limits that they can do, especially with how much they censor shit now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm waiting on Dragma for them to see if they changed fucking Bastard at all.
They're totally gonna.
If they don't, I'm going to be so happy because I'm like, this might be a good sign. This might no longer be a children's card game.
Oh, it's gonna remain a children's card game because like they wouldn't still be doing the Lost Art promotions if they were gonna if they decided to change the rules on how they do and don't censor cards.
Yeah, I mean the Lost Art, you gotta love it, bro. The new Lost Arts are beautiful.
Oh my god, they really are.
Yeah.
I called it. I was telling people, I'm like, dude, we're gonna get Dark Magician Girl and Harpies.
I mean, like even then, whenever they did the Monster Reborn one, bro, I was like so happy to see that.
Oh yeah.
You don't understand. Like I saw Lost Art, and I'm like, it looked like a little kid in the candy store.
Yeah.
I haven't picked one up, but I need to, man, because like I love the look of the fucking the card, man. It works so well with the card. Yeah. So now, do you have any questions you want to ask me that maybe you think my audience would want to know?
Lord, I feel like your audience knows everything already.
Except they don't know my social security number.
Hey, what's your social security number?
931627039. That's not legit. The pause, you're like, wait, is that actually? No, that's not my social security number. Whoever social security that just got jacked, I am so sorry.
You shut my brain off there for a minute.
You're like, hopefully he edits that out. No, there's only one part I'm editing out, but that's all good. Yeah. So, my question: do you want me to tell people to message you on Discord for if they want to join that Minecraft server?
At the moment, because of some just some stuff that I'm not going to go into on it, I'm gonna let it go offline for just a little bit because I need a break from it, and I don't have anybody to watch it, make sure like the bad stuff that is stressing me out on it doesn't happen. So I'm probably gonna let it go offline for like a week or two.
All right.
But it will be back. Right. And if anybody wants to join it, I might just make it an official server for my Discord. So
yeah, I mean personally, like I said, it's a good server. It's actually fun. I played on it. I'm grinding on it. Not gonna lie, I made an acrobatic skill grinder. You can kill me now.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
And you're like, I'm gonna kill you. I guarantee you, that's exactly what you said.
No, I didn't want to kill you, but I did take it down.
Darn. Yeah. All right. I think that's the end of it right there.
Alrighty.
All right. Let's do this outro real quick. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want y'all to go subscribe to TCG Cardcast. I don't know if he has Twitter. If he does, I'll put it in the description. But
not.
He does not. You need to make a Twitter, man. I'm telling you. You will not regret it. It opens your audience so much more. But I want to say thank you for being here, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna leave his link to his channel in the description. Y'all go drop him a sub. And if you're new around here, drop me a sub as well. Leave a like on the video. This is Call Me Robin signing out. Yeah, yee.